Hey y'all, it's Joanna, and I love to DIY on a budget and make beautiful home decor. And if you like to sew, then catch me on Saturdays. Now, let's get crafty. Okay, y'all, this is the What Would You Make challenge, and it's hosted by Brenda at Rustic and Lace DIY and Christine at Divine Design. And guest host this month is Whitney with Crafty Thoughts and Whatnots. This is every third Sunday of the month, and of course, we have to use wood. The links to these ladies and, of course, the entire playlist will be in my description box. Now, let's get to crafting. For the first one, I have this wood round from the Dollar Tree, and it's got this raised wood pumpkin on it. And then my camera quit on me, or my phone disconnected. I don't know what the world. But anyway, then I have a Hello Pumpkin that I cut out on my X tool. But I'm going to take this, it's not, there's the Hello Pumpkin. I'm going to lay it out because it was a whole bare side on there and I wanted to cover it. But anyway, I'm going to take paint. This is watered down burnt umber and a little bit of chocolate that I mixed together to get my own stain, okay? So I'm just going to take a sponge, wet my sponge, and I'm going to stain my whole board. Well, not my pumpkin. Look, I'm wearing a glove, y'all. I end up taking it off. I can't do it. But anyway, I'm going around that pumpkin, and I will tell you that at some point in this, I couldn't get around real close, so I use a Q-tip. So I'll just take a Q-tip and dip it in that stain and then run it up close to my pumpkin. Watching that fill in is so satisfying to a crafter. I mean, maybe not every crafter, just this one. Just this one. And me getting ready for all these collabs, y'all, it looks like somebody just threw up craft supplies all in my room. It is a mess. It is a mess. I think it stays that way. That's how I work. But anyway, I'm just going to stain this whole board. So now I'm going to take this Sunset Orange by Apple Barrel. I get it at Walmart. And I am going to take a teeny tiny makeup brush. This is tiny and it's kind of stiff. I almost got my peduncle, or my stem. I don't know why they call it a peduncle. But anyway, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put the dark inside all of my pumpkin sections, okay? Very carefully. Then, when I get done, I'm going to use this, that went so fast, I don't know what color it was. It's dark green. And I did the inside of my pumpkin stem, and then I'm going to go on the outside of my pumpkin stem, and I'm going to take a baby wipe, and I'm going to wipe it back. I'm going to do the orange the same way around the pumpkin. You'll see in a second. Okay, so then it looks like that, and now I'm going to take that stain, and I'm taking another brush and I'm just kind of dry brushing. See, I'm tapping the paint off. I'm just kind of dry brushing down in my pumpkin. Now, if you get it too heavy, and you don't like that brown, then I did. I'm going to take my orange, and I'm going to kind of dry brush over top of the brown. That's the awesome thing about painting. If you mess it up, you can either repaint or, try to go over it like that. Now I've got this greenery, and it's just green. That's all it says, and it's from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to pull off pieces, and I did not like this. It matched, but it was so bushy. Look at that. I just was not happy with that. So I'm going to take pliers. I did want to show you in case you did like it. I took pliers, and I'm going to rip this all off because I stapled this on because hot glue wouldn't work. So I ripped my board. That's okay. We're going to cover it up. I'll show you. Why'd I slow down? What is... So I put moss over everything, okay? Now I'm trimming my moss hairs back, all right? I'm trying to get stuff a little flatter to the board. It was just so bushy, it like overtook the pumpkin, you know what I mean? So now I'm going to take these flowers, and I do get these at Walmart. I picked up one more last night. They're all gone, but I picked up one more when I went last night, but I'm just going to cut the back off, and if it pops apart, just take it apart, peel it back, put a little hot glue in between your layers, and smush it back, and you'll have your flower again, okay? So I'm going to put these randomly around here. Of course, I'm going to put more on that side that I'm on than I do the other side. But, yeah, there you go. And I'm just going to take some of these leaves. You know, I already used them. I can't just leave them out. I kind of like them. So I'm just going to cut little sprig pieces off like that right there. Individual down that little stem thing. And I'm just going to put them sporadically around this board just to give it a little greenery. Now I'm going to take my Type Bond Quick and Thick, and I'm going to put it on my words. And I'm not painting these. I just like the light wood color. It looked kind of white and it matched. I just loved it. So I'm just going to put my Type Bond on. Y'all, that still was on there. So I took a baby wipe and wiped it off. And I know this is going kind of fast, but this was over an hour, like almost an hour and a half to 2 hours. And I had to dumb it down, or not dumb it down. That's what my husband says I have to do. He has to do with words for me. I had to shrink it. I had to go fast because I got a lot to show you, and I had to show you, and I just got to speed it up and go faster and quit talking so much. But anyway, yeah. So I'm just going to put this on there, and like I said, I cut this out with my X tool, okay? Don't ask me what font it is. I do get my fonts from DaFont, and it's a retro font, but I don't know which one it is. I can't remember. And then I just put my dot on my eye back on there, and then, yeah. Ain't that cute? It's really cute. I like it. And all you need is a wood round from the Dollar Tree. If you can still find them. If you can't, you can get them from Hobby Lobby. Now I'm going to take a little jute bow and place it right down in the pumpkin. Y'all, I make these. All my jute scraps I keep because I'm a hoarder. And then just tie bows when I'm watching something on the TV or listening to preaching or something. Or when I'm bored. Which, I mean, I'm going to make a bow. I'm going to fold it in half. This is just a scrap piece. That's why I'm trying to fandangle that thing the way I need it. But just put it right there. You saw how I flipped it. I'm going to put a staple in the middle to hold it because I can't hold it. And then I'm just going to take a piece of jute and I'm going to wrap it around. It's just a piece I had laying there. And then tie a knot in the back. As a matter of fact, I tied 2 or 3 knots in the back, I think. And then I'm going to cut my... No, I'm not. I'm going to I'm going to cut it, and then why did I do that? I don't know why I did that. And I'm going to fluff it out here, and then I'm going to glue that little simple bow right in the top. I just thought it needed a little something, something, and that finished it off. This thing is gorgeous, y'all. I love it. Okay, for the second one, I have a board. This is a paddle. Oh, it's not a paddle. It's a wall decor. That's what it said. And I'm trying carefully to take this off, and then I have a wooden wreath form that I've used several times, but I think this is the last time here. But anyway, this paper peeled so easy. It was so satisfying to peel this paper back because it just looked, yeah, till I got there. Then, yeah, well, I had to struggle to get this one off a little bit, but anyway, it ain't nothing a scraper couldn't handle. So I put a thick layer of fabric Mod Podge because I'm going to be laying this piece of burlap that I don't know where I got down on here. Now, I don't know where I got this, honestly. You can buy it at Hobby Lobby, I'm sure. But I'm just going to cut around it a little bit. But this fabric Mod Podge, first time I ever used it, and honey, it stunk. Like it smelled like ammonia or something. I ain't never. It was so stinky. And then it was so sticky. When it dried, it was like, look, it got on the back. It is a sticky mess. I sanded it off pretty much, but I'm going to go over it because it was sticky with just matte Mod Podge, okay? But I have to water it down a little bit because it wouldn't go over the burlap that much. So now I'm just going to take it's like an X-Acto knife, but it's a Westcott. I got it at Walmart. I'm going to lay my mat down. Now, you have to go over this twice. And this is a brand new blade because that burlap is so thick. That burlap is so thick. I'll be okay. So I'm going to go all the way around getting that off. You don't want to use scissors because it didn't work, but you can use the Dollar Tree rotary cutter. That works really great, but you have to hold it up because it's so small, but it does work. Yeah. Okay, I thought, how long are you going to show them? So I have these burlap leaves from the Dollar Tree, okay? And when I went to undo them, my wires started falling off, and that's okay because I don't need them anyway, I guess. So I'm going to pull all my wires off, but I'm going to keep the wires because you never know. You never know. You just might need them someday. So that's probably why my house looks like somebody threw up in my craft room craft supplies, because you never know when you'll need it one day. But anywho, I'm going to take, and can you guess what I'm making? Oh, can you really? That's sweet. So I'm going to put these back here. You only need 4. There's 5 in a pack, and you only need 4. But I'm going to take and put some distressing ink. I'm not sure which one. Walnut. I used walnut this time. This is walnut. You didn't even see that, but it's walnut. Or ground espresso. Just use one of them. Use one, whatever you got. I love these distressing inks. You could use wax, whatever you want to, but I'm going to go around my leaves and just put a little, well, yeah, you see what I'm doing right there. And then I'm going to put some distressing down the middle. Now, whew, I had to speed this up because it was over an hour long. I'm telling y'all, I'm a gift to gab, and so I had to speed it up. Brenda said, speed it up. So I'm speeding it up. Thanks, Brenda. But I'm going to put these down. Now, the hardest part of this was trying to get these even, because you don't want a turkey with wonky feathers flopping every which way and not being straight, and it looked like some kind of drunk turkey or something. But anyway, I'm going to put these on, and I'm using my finger protector because that glue is hot, y'all, and it goes through the burlap holes. But anyway, I'm going to add them just like that right there. Make sure you get them straight. Alrighty, now here comes the fun part. I'm not a face drawer, okay? I'm just not. But I know how to draw a triangle upside down and ovals. So I draw my triangle and my ovals, and I'm going to take this paint marker, and I got this from, I think I got this one from Hobby Lobby. You can get them at Walmart. Y'all, I just got the 2 Sharpie creative markers. They're acrylic markers. No pushing, no none of that. I got them last night at Walmart, and I'm going to try them out, and I'll let y'all know how they are. We'll do a DIY with them, but you're supposed to be able to paint on anything. So I got my little wonky eyes up there. And then I'm going to take this is an angled paintbrush. I got it at Walmart. You can use whatever paintbrush. If you have paint pens, you can use that. I'm not sure that Sharpie markers would work, but you could probably use Sharpie markers too. I just didn't. I don't even know where my markers are, come to think of it. But anyway, okay, we got to get on with this video. So I'm just going to go around and do my upside triangle, but I'm going to round it out a little bit, okay? Just to make it look a little rounded. Yeah. Now I'm going to take this same paintbrush, and I'm going to rub the paint off of it when I dry that. And I'm going to take this Crimson Red by Waverly. Now I'm going to wash my paintbrush off. Y'all, get ahead of myself. I know what I did. I remember what I did, most of it. And I'm going to put that red doohanky thing. Look at that. Y'all have told me what that was in that one video, but I can't for the life of me remember. But you'll tell me again, I'm sure. But it's that red hangy thing. You know, the turkey goozle gobble thing. Goozy gobble. Turkey flapper. Whatever. So, now I'm going to take my white one. Whoo, Lord have mercy. And when it starts working, I'm going to put 2 white dots in his eyeballs because it looked a little black. Well, of course it did. It was black. It looked a little plain. Now it looks scary. I'm my beady-eyed turkey. Y'all, this is beautiful when I get done. So I'm going to take my Sharpie marker. I do have this Sharpie marker sitting over there. And I'm going to outline that and that red goober thingy. Hanger gooby thing. Goober. That thing right there. I'm going to outline it and make it look. It sticks out better that way. Or it shows up better that way. Y'all know what I'm saying. Anyway, there you go. I had red paint on my tip of my marker. So, okay, we got this so far. Alright, I'm really looking at her. What am I doing? Oh, I have this wood cling, window cling, and this little piece of thin wood. I think it's called veneer. Veneer. I don't know. I don't know where it came from either. Oh, yes, I do. My husband got a pallet from work. He works for the city. And he got a pallet at work. And this was on there. Because we got something. And, yeah, that's where I got it. And I absolutely love it. There's a big sheet of it. But you can cut it with scissors. My big honking scissors, as Kathy Joe says. You get them from Harbor Freight. So, I'm going to take this and I'm going to try to round this out even. Y'all, I didn't get it even. But anyways, I'm going to put it right on there like that right there. And I'm not painting this. I want it to look like wood. This shows up perfect on there, and that's just the way I'm going to do it. So I'm taking my scissors. It cuts it perfect. And then I had it uneven. And I'm going to round out my corners with these scissors and sand it down. Look, these just... Yeah, y'all like my sound effects? That's all I got. And then, yeah. Go around that corner like that right there. Easy. If y'all know where to get more of this stuff, please let me know, because I like it. I love it. It's very handy. This thin little wood. Balsa wood is thin like that, but I don't know. I really like this one. It's like paneling, like back in the 70s. So I'm going to sand it all down and quit talking. I will tell you, though, when I get this sanded down, I'm going to put a layer of Mod Podge on and Mod Podge my little window cling down, and then put Mod Podge over it to seal it down in there. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do. So as you can see, I took my distressing ink and went around the edge right there. Now I'm going to take my wood wreath while my Harvest Blessings is over there drying, and I'm going to put my wood wreath down here. I've got these flowers from the Dollar Tree. They said daisies, but they look like sunflowers to me, so they're going to be sunflowers. But either way, they're cute little pink things. And then this bush right here is, I'm pretty sure it's rosemary. I'm not sure. I get it from Walmart. It's my new favorite little greenery thing. It's so soft and pretty, and yeah, and it's easy to work with. So I'm just going to stick it in. You don't even have to glue it. I'm going to stick it in, and I'm going to bend it around to form the shape of the wreath, okay? You just have to be careful where you stick it in, that you get it kind of even, or you have a big bunch of hump on one side and then bare and sparse on the other side, and that won't look right. And you really got to fandangle it to get it even, but you can do it, I promise. If I can do it, you can do it. Look how beautiful, y'all. It looks Christmassy, but it ain't. So I'm going to take my little pink flowers. Now, I don't want a whole bunch of them. I'm just going to use a few of them. And I'm going to just put hot glue on them and glue them to the greenery. Oh, good grief. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me sit down. I'm so sorry. Headshot. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I was standing up for what reason, I don't know. But anyway, I didn't want that many. So I'm taking that back out, and I'm just going to pop these off, and I'm going to put one every so often. Or often, however you say it. Now I'm just going to take and flip it over when I get it the way I want it, and I'm going to put glue all over it. Now you have to be careful, because it'll go through the holes of the wood wreath, okay? But I try to hit the high points, and then you're going to put it down right where you want it. Now you don't have a second chance to do this thing if you stick it. And then I'm just going to push it and hold it down. Oh, it's so pretty. Now that thing's going to go in there like that. But I didn't really want it flat. Okay, I'm going to use 2 Jenga's blocks. These are the regular Jenga game blocks. Regular full-size Jenga blocks. And I'm going to take my Type Bond Quick and Thick and a little bit of hot glue. Y'all, my brother would turn over. He would not have this. He was a carpenter, and he told me never. But this ain't no furniture. You know, it's just a craft, so maybe it'll work. So, for time's sake, I'm doing this. Christine, look, I'm doing it. But anyway, she's the one that told me, and I said, my brother would not have it. I almost put that upside down. So, now I'm just going to do the same thing on the bottom of the blocks and put that right on there after I give it some stitching that I forgot that I was going to do. And it looks like my marker's not working, but it is. At the beginning, I had to go back over it, but it looked like that right there. So now I'm just going to take my Type Bond, and I'm going to do just like I did to put the blocks on. Well, kind of. My glue's giving me a fit. I need to refill it, and it won't come out, so yeah. But anyway, once I get that clog out of there, I'm just going to put... You see what I'm doing right there? Then I'm going to add hot glue in the middle. But just a little smidgen. Just enough to stick it. Now I'm going to take jute... and I'm going to glue that. And you see where that hole is? Well, it made a light on the other side. So I am going to take a heart that I found in my floor and set on the table at once upon a time. And I don't know what I need it for. So such a time as this is what I need it for. So I'm going to glue it right down over the hole. And that's going to get rid of that shadow hole or that light hole or whatever you want to call that hole. And that's how I'm going to hang my turkey. So there she is. Oh my goodness, she's so cute. Okay, for my third one, look at, I got these wood blocks, okay? These are from the Dollar Tree. They're hollow. I don't know how they got them together, but anyway, they're wood blocks from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to give them one coat of light mocha by Apple Barrel and cover those. Now, I have this hat that I've had in my stash, but you can get different hats at Hobby Lobby in the dolls section. And I didn't like how light it was, so I'm going to take some Distress ink and darken it. And then I've got this burlap that I got from, I don't know where. You know, I had it earlier, but I don't know where I got it. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, I think I told you. So I'm going to cut a rectangle off. You know, I do not have a pattern for this, okay? These are very forgiving and very easy. You just cut a rectangle of fabric, all right? Now I'm going to fold it, and then I'm going to fold it again, and I'm going to cut around. I am making my circle. Now, if you want to use a template, use a saucer or something, a bowl lid or something like that. I'm just winging it right here, and I'm cutting my circle out. And it's pretty good circle. Now I'm going to cut in the middle. Now, this is not necessary. I do this if I'm putting it over a doll head. But this ain't a doll head, it's a flat surface, so you do not necessarily have to cut that circle out of the middle. So now I'm just going to cut another rectangle, and you just have to make sure your rectangle fits over top of your hole or in your hat there. And I'm going to take a line of glue, and I'm going to put a glue line across there, smush it together and let it cool off, and I'm going to trim it close to the glue line. That'll be easier for turning it. But, there I go, cutting that off. And I'm going to flip it right side out. I don't know if there's a right or wrong side to burlap. I really don't know. So I'm just going to flip it around. And that creates a little seam there without having to sew it. So then I am going to take and I'm going to clip around the bottom edge just a little bit. And this is how we're going to attach it to the bottom hat brim. That's good. I got hot brim. I remembered it. So we're going to smush it down like that. Make sure you cover your hole. Don't put a hole if you're putting it on a block, okay? And then just add your glue on each tab. Just flip it up, put a little dot of glue, and then push them down. Go all the way around until you get your top on your hat. That looks funny, don't it? Once I get my top on, I'm just going to take the top and scrunch it up. I'm trying to scrunch it even so that it's distributed better. I don't know. I'm just weird that way. So then I'm just going to pull a string off that burlap. I told you I'm just going to use what I got on the table, and I'm going to wrap it around, look like 100 million times. And then I'm going to tie it in a knot real tight. And this is going to form the top of my hat right there. Oh, goodness. Then I'm going to take and I'm going to scraggle this up a little bit. So I'm going to pull my strings and make this messy. And it's just, you know, it looks better. It looks like, look. Oh. I cut part of that glue off because it just was a wad sticking up. Not like it didn't match the rest of my strings. You don't just have a wad and strings. It don't look right. But anywho. So there's my hat. And I'm going to flip the brim up right there. It's a little shorter on that side anyway. So it worked out perfect. So I'm going to flip my brim. Tack it down with glue. And now I'm going to decorate my hat just a little bit. I'm going to trim off these extra bits I got hanging off here. By the way, you don't need no extra bits on there. It looks scraggly enough, but you know, this don't have to be perfect because it's Scarecrow. So I got this Dollar Tree ribbon. I'm just going to cut me a little square off and cut the sides off so I could fray it. Y'all, be careful if you fray this because you will pull every string out of there and have just a thing of threads. It's weird, but it's very thin. So anyway, I'm going to take a dot of glue. There it is. I'm going to take a dot of glue and I'm just going to put right there, and then I'm going to stick that crooked on there. Oh, and then I got a little teeny tiny button and I'm going to stick that right there. Y'all, it's so cute. Look. Okay, I do the same to the girls, except I put a little burlap ribbon on it, and I'm fraying his hat. You know, you got to make it look ragged, right? I made a mess, these whole DIYs. But anyway, there's the little girls with the bow on it. And so now I got raffia. Ugh. This is raffia. You can use the hula skirts from the Dollar Tree. but I've got raffia. So I'm going to take my raffia. I was tying it in a knot, but don't do it. It didn't even make sense. It didn't work on this. But I was going to tie it in a knot and stick it on there, but I didn't. I ended up painting the faces first. I forgot that totally. So I'm going to paint my triangle on with a little paintbrush. And I do a smaller nose for the girl and a bigger nose for the guy, because I don't know why. It just ended up that way. They didn't come out the same. I didn't have a pattern, so I'm winging it. So they come out different. But I put my noses on, and then I'm going to take my black Sharpie up there. But I'm going to take a piece of cardboard that came off something. I reached over my garbage and got that, and I made a little teardrop. I glued 2 pieces of that cardboard together to make it thicker, and I'm going to draw this teardrop on there. I didn't want them ugly oval eyes on here, and I can't get nothing. Y'all, I tried and I had to repaint the whole thing because my eyes were wonky, different sizes and everything else. So I'm just going to trace around this, and then I'm going to color them in with a Sharpie marker. And when I get the eyes colored in, I'm going to put, little lashes and all that, and eyebrows, and then I'm going to take and use my marker and put lines, like stitch lines, in the nose and a couple on the mouth. Then I'm going to take a white paint pen and put lines on the eyes. They look scary to me. What do y'all think? I don't know. Then I'm going to take strands of raffia, and I'm just going to line across and then line across this way. And I'm going to crisscross my raffia. This is the girl. You could do the same on the boy block, but you're going to have to take the block and then cut the hair off and glue it down on the sides as well, because it'll stick out like that if you don't glue the sides down. Now the girl, we're going to take care of it. It looks like me when I wake up in the morning. Just kidding. But anyway, it was funny. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to grab hair from the back, kind of in the middle. I'm trying to get in the middle, and I'm just going to take a piece of raffia. Now I'm telling y'all, this is slick. You could take one of them teeny tiny rubber bands you get at the Dollar Tree or Walmart or whatever, and put on there, and then tie a bow on it or something like that. But because the raffia is very slick, it slid right down her hair. So, but I ended up gluing it and getting it on there. So I made my 2 pigtails and then trimmed my hair up. There's what hers looked like. And, well, I just chucked her head over there, didn't I? And then I'm going to take hot glue and just glue their hats on. So I'm going to put all around the, you see right there, the hole of the hat, rim, I don't know what it is. And then tack it down. He's done. Make sure you trim his hair off right and glue it down on sides. But yeah, he's good. Now I'm going to set him over there and trim her hair. He's just waiting on her to get done. Ain't that just like a man to be waiting on a woman? My husband does. But anyway, there she is. These are cute. Okay, now this last one, I'm taking 8 Jenga blocks, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 8 Jenga blocks, some Tite Bond. And I'm going to glue these together. I'm going to glue 6 like this, and then put 2 on the other side. You'll see what I'm doing. But y'all, check out the other ladies in this playlist. They are some very talented creators. You will not be sorry, I promise. So make sure you check out the playlist. And I want to thank Brenda and Christine for allowing me to do this. It is so much fun. Y'all, if you're not subscribed, please make sure you do so. Hit that red button. It doesn't cost you anything. But it helps my channel to grow, and I sure appreciate it. But anyway, once I get those glued, then I'm going to glue these on the end. Okay? I'm going to glue them together and then glue them on the end. There you go. And I'm going to set this to the side. It does not take but 10 minutes to set, I promise. That's why it's quick and thick. But yeah. So I'm going to take normal just popsicle craft sticks, okay? You can get them anywhere. And I'm going to cut my little rounded edge off. And then I'm going to measure 2.5. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 2.5. And I'm going to cut each one of these sticks at 2.5. Now, you don't have to use precise measurements here. You can do your box, crate, whatever size you want to. Okay? I was just trying to make it pretty uniform. I guess that might be the word, uniform, to my apples down there. Now, these wooden apples or pumpkins, now if you paint them orange, they'll be pumpkins. You paint them red, yellow, or whatever, they'll be apples, okay? So, yeah. So, you choose. Do you want pumpkins or apples? You can have a pumpkin stand or an apple stand. I want an apple stand because, you know, fall's all pumpkin crazy. So, I'm going to take this sandpaper and I'm going to sand off all my edges. Now, I need 2, 4, 6, 8 of these this size. And I'm going to glue them on the corners. And this is going to be how I'm going to make my crate and assemble my crate is by putting these sticks on the corners. Now, of course, it doesn't match up. No, it is not even, but it works. So, it's Dollar Tree stuff. It's not perfect. So, I'm just going to put a dab of glue on each corner. Okay, and then I'm going to set a stick on there and a stick on the other corner. And I'm going to hold them for just a smidgen, just a little bit, and let them set up. Now, I did all my corners that way, and then I measured sticks out. Now, these are going to be however big you do yours. I didn't measure them. I just, once I got one stick cut, I'm going to take the other, you know, the stick there, and I'm going to line it up on my sticks, and I'm going to take my miter shears. My miter shears are linked in my Amazon store. I love them for stuff like this. And I'm going to use it to cut all my sticks down. There it is, all assembled. I did the same thing for the ends. And now I'm going to take and paint all of these with, you can just use red acrylic paint or chalk paint. So I'm going to paint all my apples red. And my stems, I'm going to use Waverly Wax, okay? I'm getting all, make sure you get all of your paint and stuff off your surface, because when you paint, it'll stick to what you're painting, and then it'll be ugly. Just telling you. So I'm going to paint the apples red, but I'm not going to go along the hole there. And then once I get those painted, I'm going to take a little bit of that yellow, and I'm just going to give my apples some highlight, because they were just flat red, and I didn't like that. So I'm just going to add some highlight and give them some dimension, okay? Once I got them all the way I wanted them, I'm going to take this. This is what I pulled off of the first DIY. And I'm going to pull off little bitty leaves because they're teeny tiny. And I'm going to hot glue a leaf to a few of my apples just to give them a little something something. It's cute. I'm not going to do it to all of them, but just some of them. So now I'm going to take this flimsy board, and I took my big honking scissors again, and I cut off a little rectangle, and I'm going to make me a sign. This sign needed some help. And I have 2 craft sticks. I have these listed in my Amazon store. I got these at Walmart, but I can't find them at Walmart no more. So I found them on Amazon, and I linked them in my Amazon store. But I'm just going to write this on there like a hillbilly would. And I don't mean that to offend anybody, because I'm talking about myself, okay? So I'm just going to write it down there. Now, if I was a little country store back in the day and wanted to sell my apples along the road, I would definitely paint my own sign like this and have it look just like this, because my handwriting stinks. But anyway, this bled. I should have used vinyl. I just will tell you. I wish I would have used vinyl. Then I took my little teeny tiny drill bit and I drilled holes in here, because I had some teeny tiny tacks. I got them from something. I don't know. I keep everything, I'm telling you. So I'm going to add a little tight bond in the hole, because these don't fit, okay? And that will hold those in there. Then I'm going to take it and turn it over. Don't put this on your finger. Put it on the surface, because it felt like I was getting shots in my finger. But I'm going to take these flat cutters and I'm going to cut my nails off. Then I'm going to attach the sign to the crate there, and I'm going to take my raffia and make a bird nest like type deal, and I'm going to cut that down with my scissors, all those little scragglies that's hanging out there, and then I'm just going to set my apples down in my crate. Now, I didn't stain my crate or nothing. I wanted it just like this. There it is. Y'all let me know which one you think is my favorite. Here is the final reveal, and I really don't think I got a close-up of my turkey. I'll pop a picture up in the back. I don't know what happened. I hit something and it stopped recording. I didn't even realize it, but there's my apple crate. I could have used vinyl. See where it bled? but it's still cute. And then there's my little scarecrow heads. Now this is not glued to this pumpkin. They're just sitting there. These would be so cute in your tiered trays. But anyways, let me know which is your favorite. And don't forget to tell me which one you think is mine. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It would help my channel so much. Remember to check out the other talented ladies. You will not be sorry. Until next time, guys, there's my turkey. Thank you for watching, and remember, you are a blessing. Goodbye.